It's 7:25, and yesterday Japan raised the crisis level of the damaged Fukushima nuclear plant to level 7. That's the highest possible on the international scale. The only other nuclear accident to be categorised at a level 7 was the explosion at Chernobyl 25 years ago. The change was announced on the international edition of the Japanese television channel NHK.
Japan's nuclear safety agency will raise the crisis level at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant from 5 to 7, the worst on the international scale. The Nuclear and Industrial Safety Agency made the decision on Monday. It says the damaged facility has been releasing a massive amount of radioactive substances, which is a threat to human health and the environment over a wide area.
Until then, the incident at Fukushima was rated a level 5, so upgrading to a 7 is a worrying jump. But a former Deputy Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Olli Heinonen, says the rating was increased because the authorities had gathered more information about the situation at the plant.
It was 3, and then a week later it was assigned to 5, and now they have assigned it to number 7. Which means that they have now more accurate information about the total amount of radioactivity which was released during this accident. So there is not necessarily a new catastrophe. Nothing special has changed today.
Now a company in Corby has been asked to help reduce the spread of radioactive contamination in Japan, and Rebecca is there in the radio car for us.
Helen, Spraylat International, that is based here on the Elstree Industrial Estate in Corby. Now, they were in talks with the Fukushima power plant months ago before the earthquake struck, looking at ways of tackling potential radioactive contamination. Obviously, those talks have now taken on a new level of urgency. Here with me now is Chief Executive of the company, Andrew Keir. Andrew, good morning. Can you start by telling us about this product, sort of explain how it works?
Yes, the coating is a liquid that is applied to the surface using a spray or roller. And once the coating dries, it forms a tough, skin-tight plastic film that will prevent escape of radiation, and more importantly, it will lock in any contaminants. So when the coating is eventually peeled, it can be disposed of safely, ensuring that the contaminants are all contained within the coating itself.
So we understand that you were in talks with them before the earthquake struck. So how did you hear from them again? Were they quick to get in touch?
Yes, they were very quick to get in touch, and in fact, quite frankly, we were very relieved to hear that they were safe and well, because when we looked at the map, we could see their location was obviously very close to the earthquake. They have been back in touch, and we have sent off a number of other samples, and we're now working at looking at protecting the machinery and as possibly the local neighbourhood as well.
And in terms of the product, even when the level of threat is so high at level 7, it can still work in any conditions then?
Yes, it can. Yes, the coating will prevent the escape of radiation.
And so when are you starting to help? I understand you've sent some samples, but they want quite a lot of it quite quickly, don't they?
Yes, the initial email was quite scary, because they wanted an initial batch of about 40 tonnes, and we're currently in discussions to see when they want that material and where and when they'll start using it.
And also, you were just telling me that this material can be used for other things, and you're actually looking at supplying some of it to the Olympic Games or the Rugby World Cup, and there's lots of sort of things in the pipeline for the company.
Yes, it has other uses as well, other than in the nuclear sector. We're in discussions with London 2012, and we're already starting to do work out in New Zealand, and there the coating will be used for temporary colour change, and for going over signs. So if they wish to change a sign from the stadium advertiser to something else, our coating will go on. The new advertisement will go on top of the coating, and then after the event, the coating is simply peeled back, going back to the original sign or the original part of the stadium.
So there you go, Helen. You could change your white car into a pink one for like 3 days and then just peel it off again.
Sounds fantastic. Sounds fantastic what they're doing in Japan as well. Rebecca, thank you very much. She's at Spraylat in Corby for us this morning, who are helping out with the Fukushima nuclear plant. And later on...